In this video, we'll study about the histology of the spinal cord. Sections through the spinal cord or through any part of the brain show certain regions that appear whitish and others that have a darker grayish color. So these constitute the white and the gray matter respectively. Microscopic examination shows the cell bodies of the neurons are located only in the gray matter that also contains the dendrites and the axons starting from or ending on the cell bodies. Most of the fibers within the gray matter are unmyelinated. On the other hand, the white matter consists of predominantly myelinated fibers. In the reflection of the light by myelin that gives this region its whitish appearance. The neuroglia and the blood vessels are present in both gray and the white matter. The arrangement of the gray and the white matter differs at different situations in the brain and the spinal cord. In the spinal cord and the brain stem, the white matter is on the outside, whereas the gray matter forms one or more masses embedded within the white matter. In the cerebrum and the cerebellum, there is an extensive but thin layer of gray matter on the surface. So this layer is called the cortex. Deep to the cortex, there is white matter, but within the white matter, there are several isolated masses of gray matter are present. Such isolated masses of gray matter present anywhere in the central nervous system are referred to as nuclei. As gray matter is made up of cell bodies of the neuron and the processes arising from or terminating on them, the nuclei can be defined as the group of cell bodies of the neurons. The axons arising in one mass of gray matter very frequently terminate by synapsing with the neurons in other masses of gray matter. The axons connecting two or more masses of gray matter are frequently numerous enough to form a bundle. Such aggregation of fibers are called as tract. Larger collection of fibers are also referred to as funiculi, fasciculi or lemnisci. Larger bundles of the fibers connecting the cerebral or cerebellar hemisphere to the brainstem are called as the peduncles. Aggregation of the processes of the neurons outside the central nervous system constitute the peripheral nerves. The spinal cord is the most important content of the vertebral canal. The upper end of the spinal cord becomes continuous with the medulla oblongata and the lower part of the spinal cord is conical and it is called as the conus medullaris. The conus is continuous below with the fibrous cord which is called as the filum terminae, that is a modification of the pia mater. When seen in the transverse section, the gray matter of the spinal cord forms a head-shaped mass. In each half of the cord, the gray matter is divided into a large ventral mass that is called as the anterior or ventral gray column, and you have a narrow elongated posterior or dorsal gray column. In some parts of the spinal cord, a small lateral projection of the gray matter is seen between the ventral and the dorsal gray column. So this is called as the lateral gray column. The gray matter of the right and the left half of the spinal cord is connected across the midline by the gray commissure which is traversed by the central canal. The central canal of the spinal cord contains the cerebrospinal fluid and it is lined by ependyma. The cell bodies of the neurons differ in size and in prominence of the Nissl substance in different regions of the spinal gray matter. They are most prominent in the anterior gray column. The white matter of the spinal cord is divided into right and the left halves in front by a deep anterior median fissure and behind by the posterior median septum. In each half of the cord, the white matter medial to the dorsal gray column forms the posterior funiculus or posterior white column. The white matter medial to the anterior or ventral gray column forms the anterior funiculus or the anterior white column, while the white matter lateral to the anterior and the posterior gray column forms the lateral funiculus. The anterior funiculus and the lateral funiculus are collectively called as anterolateral funiculus. The white matter of the right and the left half of the spinal cord is continuous across the midline through the ventral white commissure, which lies anterior to the gray commissure. The white matter contains the tract, both ascending or descending, that connects the gray matter at different levels of the spinal cord. Some tracts ascend into or descend from the brainstem, the cerebellum or the cerebral cortex. So we have seen in detail about the spinal cord in the neuroanatomy videos. The link will be given in the description box and at the end of the video. This is a picture under higher magnification. So this is a gray matter of the anterior horn. So here you can see the cell bodies of the neuron which are multipolar. So here you can see the nucleus and the nucleolus of the cell body, the dendrites, and here you can see the axon hillock and the axons, and in this forms a white matter where you have the axons.